to go into a real detailed lecture about Buddhism. The short version is we are Nichiren Shoshu Buddhists. And we follow, our master is Nichiren Daishonin. He lived 800 years ago in Japan, and he studied the Lotus Sutra. This right here, the book that you went through, is a phonetic song of 2 chapters from the Lotus Sutra. The Lotus Sutra has 8 chapters, and every chapter is entitled Myoho-Renge-Kyo. So the essence of the teachings of the Lotus Sutra is this teaching of Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo, devotion of your mind and body to the mystic law of cause and effect teaching, or sound. Kyo is sound. So Nichiren Daishonin said, during the time of confusion, which is now, people need the absolute law in order to understand the true nature of life. And that every human being has the potential to be enlightened. So you're the Buddha, I'm the Buddha, Reverend Kamichi is the Buddha. We all have the capacity for enlightenment. We also have the capacity for all the other worlds that we experience within ourselves: hell, hunger, anger, animality, tranquility. And they're inside of our life. They are realms within ourselves that we experience from moment to moment. However, we have to think about the law of cause and effect. Is energy. How do we use our power? We can use our power towards good things or negative things, towards positive or negative. We have the capacity. And so we have choices all the time. Some of them are made subconsciously, and those choices that we make subconsciously based on patterns, sometimes they're not so productive. That tends to accumulate in our lives, and we accumulate some, like, not good things. Everything that happens to us is happening really because of what we have done with our power. In Buddhism, we believe in past lives. So we bring to this avatar that we are in right now, manifesting our being, our eternal being, we bring with us a package of karma, right? Cause and effect. Renge is the lotus flower. It represents cause and effect because it grows in the mud, it blooms into a beautiful flower, and at the same time, it has seeds at the same time. So it represents the simultaneous nature of cause and effect. We think of cause and effect as linear, but it's not. The minute you make a cause, the effect is in it. It just takes time, just like it takes a seed time to grow, it takes time for it to show up. So, we were given the method to properly use and understand the law of the universe, Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo, to do a practice with our eyes wide open to the Gohonzon, the great mandala. It represents down the center, Nam-Myoho-Renge-Kyo, signed Nichiren. And then around there represents all of the protective forces of the universe, all of the conditions of life from hell, hunger, anger, animality, rapture, tranquility, Buddhism, being enlightened. And with the center shining on all of those as we chant, it actually says that it brings out the enlightenment in all of those natures. So you can be in hell and actually be enlightened at the same time. So we do a practice morning and evening. The sun comes up, the sun goes down. We want to be in rhythm with the law of the universe. And over time, we learn to clarify our senses so that we take the right actions, so we know what choices to make that are best for our life and for others. And we want world peace. That's Kozen Rufu. But it's not a political answer. The answer is within human life. You know, because what do they say? What power corrupts. You know, the only way power doesn't corrupt is when you are an enlightened being. When you know how to be compassionate, how to love, even understanding somebody you hate has the capacity to be a Buddha, to be enlightened. So we pray every day. Mm-hmm. We pray for our children. We pray for our ancestors. We pray for what we want. And we experience over time through the practice, doing it. You've got to do it. You have to do the action. You have to. It works. You know, somebody once said to me, it was one of my great-grandchildren, well, Mima, it doesn't work for everybody. I said, no. If you don't do it, it doesn't work. But anybody I have known in my life who does it and does it correctly knows it works. It works. You know, so you'll have Gohanzen soon.
Come to your house.